Chapter 1, you're already screwed. If you're here, you're already lost. Trying to understand women is like trying to play chess against a grandmaster while you're still figuring out how the pieces move. 1 minute you're in checkmate, and the next you're wondering how you even got on the board. It's a rigged game, my friend. But hey, it's the only one in town. And don't even pretend you've got it all figured out, because the rest of us sure as hell don't. You're already screwed, but don't worry. It's all part of the fun. Kind of like watching this channel. You're here, so just accept that none of this is going to make sense. Chapter 2, she says you hear. Alright, so you've heard this one before. She's talking, you're nodding, and somewhere in between, you've managed to miss the entire point. It's like showing up to a book club without reading the book and then pretending you're totally getting it. She says, "Do you think she's pretty?" You're thinking it's a trap. And spoiler alert, it absolutely is. There's no right answer here, just a carefully laid ambush. What she's really asking is, am I still the center of your universe, or are you a clueless troglodyte who doesn't know what's good for him? Then there's the classic, "we need to talk." Those 4 words have the power to freeze time, turn your stomach into a rock, and make you wish you were stranded on a deserted island with nothing but a volleyball for company. And no, "we need to talk" doesn't actually mean she wants to talk. It means you need to listen. A lot. Like, more listening than you ever thought humanly possible. It's a TED Talk, a therapy session, and an emotional trial all rolled into one. And guess what? You're the defendant. So buckle up and hope you can stay on the right side of whatever argument you've apparently been losing without even knowing it. Chapter 3, emotions are the boss fight. Picture this. You're in the middle of a calm, perfectly fine day, and suddenly you're caught in a storm of feels without any warning. It's like the weather turned from sunny to hurricane without checking the forecast, and you're just standing there with a useless umbrella. She's got a lifetime supply of emotions, and they're coming at you like she's the final boss of a video game you never signed up to play. And just when you think you've figured out the pattern, she switches it up. 1 minute you're the hero, the next you're the villain, and you're not even sure how you got cast in this drama. Remember, it's not always about you. Sometimes she's fighting battles you can't see, and your job is to not make it worse. You're not here to solve it, fix it, or even really understand it. You're here to be the emotionally clueless sidekick who doesn't get in the way, because nothing says supportive like just sitting quietly, resisting every urge to utter the phrase, "calm down." Seriously, don't ever say that. It's like pouring gasoline on a dumpster fire and wondering why it's getting hotter. Chapter 4, the breadcrumbs. The hint game. A strategic exercise in subtlety that's completely lost on most men. She's dropping clues like she's in a crime thriller, and you're over there treating it like a children's scavenger hunt. The breadcrumbs are small, deliberately placed, and half the time invisible. When she says, "that restaurant looks nice," it's not a casual observation. It's a declaration, a suggestion, and a dare all rolled into one. It's an elaborate setup, and you're expected to follow the trail to its logical conclusion. Date night, table for 2, extra points if you remember the wine she likes. Missing these hints isn't just about disappointing her. It's about missing the chance to show you're paying attention to the little things. She's not asking for grand gestures or heroic efforts. Just pick up the breadcrumbs and pretend you know what you're doing. It's like playing a game where the rules change every day, and the only way to win is to keep playing. And if you're lucky, she might just drop enough hints for you to make it through the week without a dramatic misunderstanding. Chapter 5. You're not a mind reader. But look, if you think mind reading is the key to understanding women, you've been watching too much sci-fi. But that doesn't mean you're off the hook. She's expecting you to pick up on the vibes, the tones, and the unspoken signals like you're some kind of emotional detective. She's got this complex inner narrative, and you're trying to follow along with the audio muted. The trick? Ask questions. Not the lazy, "what's wrong?" that sounds like you'd rather be anywhere else, but something that shows you're actually paying attention. This isn't about prying, It's about showing up.
Good evening, ladies and
When she's stressed, don't just sit there with that deer in the headlights look. Offer a listening ear. She doesn't need solutions, she needs empathy. The simple want to talk about it can work wonders. Suddenly, you're not just the clueless partner, you're the guy who cares enough to ask. And when she does open up, resist the urge to jump in with your take on it. Sometimes, the best thing you can say is nothing at all, except maybe the occasional, I hear you. Gold star for you, buddy. Chapter 6. Appreciate. Don't overcomplicate. Let's take a detour into appreciation territory, which, shockingly, isn't where most guys naturally go. She does something thoughtful, and you're too busy existing to notice. Look, saying thanks isn't going to win you any medals, but it's the little things that keep the gears turning. When she picks up your favorite snack, organizes the disaster you call a life, or even just listens to you rant about your awful day, acknowledge it. It's like when someone clicks the like button on your video. It's not much, but it's something. Chapter 7. You'll never get it. Let's be real for a second. This isn't a guide to unlocking the secrets of the female mind. There's no cheat code, no hidden level where you suddenly get it all. Understanding women is a lifelong game where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. But hey, that's what makes it fun, right? It's about trying, failing, and laughing at the chaos. Kind of like this channel, where every episode is a new level of nonsense, and the only thing consistent is my ability to disappoint. The real secret? Keep showing up. Mess up, own it, learn a little, and move on. It's not about getting it right, it's about caring enough to keep playing the game. So go ahead, make your mistakes, apologize when you screw up, and remember, it's not about perfect understanding. It's about the journey, the laughs, and the fact that you're both winging it most of the time. And if you're still here, congrats. You've wasted another chunk of your life with MANDSHOWs, the most gloriously awful channel in the vast wasteland of YouTube. You've clearly got a taste for the absurd, just like this channel held together by duct tape, prayers, and a laptop so ancient it probably predates the dinosaurs. No editors, no fancy software, just me, winging it like a pro. Or, more accurately, like someone who's never done this before and really shouldn't be trusted to. Stick around because this channel isn't getting any better, but it's definitely not getting worse. Probably. Maybe. See you in the next mess.